Bitch, is this cake?
All right, welcome back to the In the Huddle podcast. I'm your host, Sam Gold, and we got another face with us today. Want to introduce yourself?
What's up, guys? It's me. I'm Al. I've been the one producing all these videos you've been watching, and thank you for watching them because it's crazy. It's been very fun. Hello, Sam.
Hello. This is great. I'm happy to not have all the pressure on me today and be in front of the camera. We got two people. Today we have a tier list. Well, no, it's a draft on a tier list. Sorry about that.
Okay.
We have a draft of U.S. states. We're only gonna do 5 each. You know, we could do 25 each if we really wanted to, but that would take way too long. Be very interested to see who would go last. But what's even more interesting is gonna see what our 5 favorites are. I almost just fell back in the chair. Okay, that should be a sign that maybe you should go first and I should stop talking.
All right, I'll go first. Man,
this is a lot to choose from.
50 states, all great.
This also, like, people don't really know us that well. Like, this will immediately give people judgment about you.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
What your first pick
Instantly,
is.
I'm gonna have haters.
Like, anything you pick, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna be biased to where I live to start, but I'm not gonna pick my home state. I'm gonna pick the neighboring state, the great state, home to the Big Apple, New York. That's my first one.
Okay.
But here's the thing about New York. One, it's got the Big Apple. It's got everything there that you could need in the media industry or, you know, the business world. It's right there. Second, it's beautiful and it's expansive. So you can just go explore. You got the rivers, you got the valleys, you got the mountains, you know? It's a great time.
I would agree and disagree.
Okay.
I think New York has the greatest city in the world.
Okay.
I think New York also has some of the most boring cities in the world. I've been to pretty much every major city in New York. New York City's awesome. Like you said, I mean, it has probably the best food, at least in America.
I didn't even mention that. Best food.
Best food in the United States.
Best
We're
food
talking about
ever.
the United States
Yeah,
here.
100%.
Definitely, 100%.
In New York, the cultural diversity, I don't think can compare to other places. Because in New York, you have a hodgepodge. It's a melting pot of literally everyone from the world.
Yeah.
And that's why the food is so good. Like, and nothing can compare to it. Because
Yeah.
you have everyone from the world learning how to make food from every other place in the world.
If you're traveling to the United States, that's probably one of the number one things. What state is the best food? New York's right up there.
100%.
Could be number one. Could
Like,
definitely
you
be
wouldn't
number
think
one.
that'd be a big deal. But then, like, I remember, like, when we were little and we had to go on, like, field trips and stuff. You go to Washington, you go to, you know, Delaware, you go to Florida, anywhere.
Yeah.
Nothing compared to where we are.
Even we live in New Jersey. Even like South Jersey is not the same as North Jersey. Because
100%.
North Jersey has all the influence from New York. I think some things that definitely get it down are how expensive it is to live there. I would
100%.
say,
It's really expensive. But
who the hell wants to live in Rochester, Albany, Syracuse, like Buffalo? I've been to all those cities. It's just a big nothing burger. I'm sorry, and it's cold.
like it,
It's
though.
cold. The weather's not great. Okay, enough killing time. I've been procrastinating because I legit do not know what I'm gonna do here.
How do you not know what you're gonna pick?
Because New York, I feel like, especially like, it's not as polarizing as some of the other big states. Like, if I pick a Texas or California,
There's people who will ride or die for New York. So
there's like an
I love New York.
immediate judgment if I pick one of these other states that are big. I'm gonna state the negatives right off the bat to get it over with
Okay.
this state.
Okay.
Number one, insanely expensive to live here.
Oh, okay.
Three negatives. One, insanely expensive to live here. Two, this state might not even be here in 100 years.
All right.
Everybody might die. And you're going to understand when I say this pick. I'm not kidding.
I already know what it is.
Yeah, you already know what this pick is. Audience, guess what I'm about to pick? Because number three, the third reason negative for this is that to get anywhere else in America, what is it, like a 6-hour flight? So you kind of know where I'm picking. But I just can't. It's the best vacation spot. It's the most beautiful place to live.
Okay. I see.
The vibes there are amazing. I'm pretty sure it has like the highest happiness rating of any state. I want to go visit there one day. I'm going to go Hawaii, number one.
I see. Now it makes sense when
Yeah.
you're saying they could be gone in 100 years.
Yep. Volcanoes. Might
Volcanoes,
also be
water,
underwater. You
yeah.
don't know.
A lot more trauma. Yeah.
It's a tough pick because I've never been there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a stupid way to start this draft by
But it's like
picking somewhere I've never been.
It's the ultimate vacation spot of America.
But it's the one place in America, other than some beaches, maybe on the southeast or California. Like, it's the one place in America that's literally a tropical paradise. Where else are
Yeah.
you gonna find that?
And it
Maybe
doesn't-
Key West.
It doesn't seem like America either. You're like, ooh.
Exactly.
Where's this place?
So other than its location being far away from everything, and it's got to be really expensive, and you're thinking about how a volcano can erupt every 5 seconds, I think just the second you land there and just look around, like you're like, holy shit, this is a part of the United States. Like,
yeah, it's so different. Plus,
you
everyone
can't
there is
tell me
super chill.
people are miserable there. You can't
Everyone's
tell me
chill.
that. I mean, I'm sure there are people, if anyone in Hawaii is watching and you're like, I hate it here. Everybody hates it. There's always people that hate it there, but on average, there's got to be one of the most happy states.
No? Oh yeah, I've never heard anything bad about people from Hawaii or anything like that.
So,
besides, like, the natural disasters that could happen, but that's anywhere.
Yeah. Well, yeah, honestly, it's anywhere. Like, if you're living in Oklahoma, there's going to be tornadoes. If you live in Florida, there's going to be hurricanes. Like,
if you live in New Jersey, you might have a
earthquake.
low magnitude earthquake.
Yeah, 4.8. But, Al,
Big
it's
stuff.
your time for number 2 out of 5. Now, I just picked Hawaii, which opens up you to really get, like, a big state here. I don't know, though. I don't know. I don't know where your head's at, to be honest. I really don't.
I mean, honestly, I have to... Okay, so instantly now I'm going to go with a state that I haven't been to. But it seems very cool.
I know where you're going to pick.
It seems very beautiful to visit. It's got an amazing coast. There's a lot to do there. And I know it gets a lot of hate because of certain things you can do, with the people there. But
yep, go ahead.
There's more to it than just Hollywood in that area. I think California is a sleeper. I'm taking California number 2.
You know what? I
California.
am. Here's what I'll say. Other than Hawaii, it's the best state in the country aesthetically.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah, for just mountains, beaches, places you want to visit, nature. It's the most beautiful state in the country, other than maybe Hawaii, right?
The food's probably
it has
good
to.
too.
Food, there's some food that's amazing there. You got your sushi, your Mexican food.
Sushi's good there?
Yeah.
Really?
Mexican food's the best too. I'm not gonna get too political, but like, probably it's up there for some of the worst human beings living there, I would say. Most pretentious assholes that live there. A lot of people that you meet just want to get something out of you. Like, it feels very fake when you're interacting with a lot of people.
In all of California,
I'm
or
thinking,
a small portion
I
of
know
California?
I keep thinking of LA. I can't get my head out of LA. Okay, you want to go to a different city? San Francisco is another one that's extremely aesthetically pleasing, unless you're on the street.
Do you think everyone in San Francisco wants something out of you?
No, I'm not saying everyone. But I'm saying it's just the vibe you get with a lot of people there compared to other states. Look, I don't hate California. I'm
taking it.
If you didn't take California, maybe within the next couple picks, I probably would have taken it. California is like such a variance of good and bad to me.
I think so, but I've never been there, and I think it's too big for it to be just bad.
Okay, I'm gonna go with somewhere that is cheaper, much cheaper than any state that's been picked so far. It's got beaches. I would say the biggest negative is it has maybe the highest population of crazy people, but it also has some of the best vacation spots. It's kind of like, it's a little chaotic. A lot of people dislike the state and will make an immediate judgment when I pick this state. But I'm going to go with a state that is being mastered right now as we speak by Rockstar Games, and I'm going to go with Florida, my number 2.
That's a great pick.
I want to move there, so.
That's a great pick.
I want to move to Tampa. I want to move maybe to Miami.
What are the tax rules there?
No state tax. You get no state tax. That's why Tyreek Hill wanted to go there. He's making all that money down working for the Dolphins, playing for the Dolphins.
Yeah,
Listen,
that's why Brady went there too.
Listen, it's a little crazy down there. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, that's why GTA is based on.
Yeah, but it's fun. If you want a real taste of what America's like at its craziest points, go to Florida.
Well, it's beautiful. It's nice.
You got Key West.
It looks nice.
You got Miami.
You got Disney. You got Universal. You got
Tampa, Sarasota,
Orlando,
Boca Raton. You got good food. You don't have great food, but you got good food. You got beautiful golf courses, beautiful scenery. You got the swamps. Yeah, I went to school in Florida for a year. It was awesome. Well, I didn't really enjoy it because I moved back here, but like the weather was awesome. If you cut off the Panhandle, it could be number 1.
Panhandle.
Because the more north you get, the more south you get, if that makes sense. And the more south you get, the more normal it is. Do you understand what I'm saying? The more north you go in Florida, the more it feels like the south.
Once GTA 6
which a lot of
out,
people don't enjoy
I
the
will
south.
understand.
Okay, let's move on. What's your number 3?
Number Thrizzle.
Thrice.
It's number thrice. Man.
I might be regretting my pick, actually.
I think number thrice.
Okay, it's okay.
I know this is similar to how I've picked this in the past.
If you pick this one state, I think you automatically beat me. I think on first glance you beat me.
On paper, yeah.
We know what you're about to pick. Just pick it. Just pick the cowboy hat. Go ahead.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna go Texas, and there's a few reasons why. One,
I was gonna pick Texas.
it's the home of the best comedy in the world right now.
New York still is the best comedy.
In the world right now?
Yes.
Not true.
No, it's the most up and coming comedy scene in Austin.
Yeah, I mean, but what
I don't say
state
it's
has
the
the best
best.
comedy coming out of it
New
right
York.
now? I don't know, man. All the comedy I've seen in New York recently is like meh. And I watch stand up in people in New York. They're like okay.
Dude, Louis C.K. is from
Although
New York,
there are
Louis
some.
C.K. is from New York and Massachusetts, technically.
Okay, I'm not talking about Louis C.K. I'm talking about people
It's
who are
hard to
like
beat that.
who are in the game now.
It's hard to
trying
beat that.
Trying to push.
You're gonna
the
pick
game
Joe
forward.
Rogan over Louis C.K.?
No, I'm not talking about Joe Rogan.
Joe
either.
Rogan's not even.
I'm
funny,
talking about people
sorry.
who are starring the game now,
Joe
like the
Rogan's not
Hans
even
Kims, like
yeah. Shout out Kill
people,
Tony.
people like that. But
Okay.
in New York, there's some good people too. Don't get me wrong. Secondly, when it comes to like my personal stuff, like video stuff and like wanting to make movies and things like that, I wouldn't have had it if it weren't for Rooster Teeth, which started in Austin, Texas.
You're demolishing me. I'm realizing. I feel like you're killing me now.
I need Texas on there just for
You
that.
have New York, California, Texas. I mean, that's like the chalk pick, though. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I mean like on paper, but not my next
Like-
picks.
Do we really know if these three states have a high happiness rating? Like that's
We
what
can-
really
we can
matters,
look it up.
right?
I can tell
Like
you.
what
New
states are the
Jersey-
happiest? That's what really makes the best state.
New Jersey and California are among the, or I think New York. New York and California are among the least happy states.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that also comes with the high populations.
That is
who
true.
knows,
That is
honestly?
true.
Who knows?
But so far, you're winning in happiness.
So what do I go with number 3 here? I don't know. I could go New Jersey. I'm between so many states, I'm not going to lie. I want to mention
It's tough
them all.
now. It's tough now.
Okay, you want me to list some states in between right now?
Yeah.
Okay, New Jersey,
Okay. Our home.
the Carolinas,
Okay. Very nice places.
Arizona, Colorado, Washington,
All right.
Massachusetts. That's like 10 states I'm legit between right
You
now.
named ones I want.
Do I rep my home state right now?
Do I want?
Do I rep my home state right now? I don't have anything in the Northeast. I don't have a single state in the Northeast. I gotta do it. You know what? I'm picking at number 3 for the number 3 state ever exist, New Jersey. Here's the thing with New Jersey. I think it's the most underrated state in the country. I don't even think it's close. When it comes to the beaches, it's not like Florida. It's not like California. It's not like a big, it's not scenic. It doesn't have the palm trees and the clear beaches, clear water. You know what I mean? White sand. But it has the best boardwalk on the East Coast.
I would
think.
100% agree.
Yeah. I think it's top 3 food states in the
Top
country.
Top
2?
1 or 2.
Top 1, yeah.
Yeah, probably best food.
Arguably better than New York.
I don't know. Yeah, it's debatable between New York and New Jersey,
Yeah.
so I'll just keep that a debate.
It has so much variety. People think of New York, they think of 2 things. They think of what they look at when they see Newark. That's why they call it the armpit of America, by the way. When you fly into Newark, yeah, that's what you're going to see, and that's what you're going to think of New Jersey as your first impression. Yeah, I'm going to also call it the armpit of America, because you get out and go in your Uber and you smell the ass of Elizabeth. And, no, not a woman. It's an actual town in New Jersey called Elizabeth. You drive through it, there's factories everywhere. It smells like actual shit. We're not talking... I mean, yeah, it's a part of New Jersey, sure. We got some of the best food. We got, Six Flags. We got Cape May. We got Wildwood. We got
Decent
American
people.
Dream Mall. And that's the other thing.
Decent people.
People think everyone here is like an asshole or whatever, but... I don't know. I think we're real. We're realer than more people. We just cut through
I
the
think we're
bullshit.
I think we're a little bit more straight up. Like,
Yeah.
It sounds we're not trying to be nice or anything. It's just we're a little more
Yeah.
direct.
We care.
Yeah.
We just cut through all the bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, we have so many famous people that have come out of New Jersey, right? Frank Sinatra. Great music. No, literally, great music. The Giants and Jets play here. The Devils. Rutgers is here.
That's true. They're there. Rutgers is there.
We have the suburbs of Philly, which is better than Philly itself, other than Camden. I don't know. I mean, it's got the ocean. I think it's a great state. I mean, I live here. I've lived here almost all my life.
Atlantic City.
It's got some of the best education systems.
That's
Well,
exactly
okay. Here's a couple negatives. It's the
Okay.
most densely populated state in the country.
That is true.
That sucks.
It's
There's
a
tons of
very
traffic.
unhappy state. It's in the list of top 5 most unhappy people.
Because it's also one of the most expensive states, and that sucks. Al, what's the second best thing to New York City? It's getting a view of New York City. You got Hoboken.
That is
Jersey
true.
City.
You can't get the view
Hoboken.
within
We haven't
sight.
mentioned Hoboken. It's a great city.
That's an amazing part too.
You try walking in Cape May in the middle of June and tell me that's not heaven. I'm sorry.
My number 4 pick is going to be a difficult one to make because now we're going to places I've never been to before.
How many states have you been to?
Maybe like 8. I'm going to mention one I've never been to because I just really want to go there and it looks absolutely beautiful. It looks like scenic, serene, peaceful, and one with nature, Montana. I want to be able to go on the hills. I want to be able to see the animals in nature. I want to be able to see the water. You know, and there's good spots.
The water?
There's some beautiful lakes.
Is there like a delete where I could just move a state?
We could add a trash category.
We're just gonna erase some states so it's not too busy on the bottom. Who are we never gonna pick? We're never picking West Virginia.
Putting West Virginia under trash.
Okay, it doesn't mean the people there are trash. We're only you wanted to name it trash.
No, I regretted it instantly when you put it there.
Okay, just a disclaimer: trash doesn't mean we actually think your state's trash. It just means we're never ever. It's like a trash bin. We're just never gonna pick you guys for this video exactly. Okay, I'm personally never picking
Just means you're garbage.
Ohio. I know that's been like a big meme, but I'm not even throwing it here because of a meme. I'm just never gonna pick them. I'm not picking Indiana. Alabama? You have to agree with me.
Yeah, you can get rid of all those.
Okay. Alabama, Delaware, Connecticut.
Yeah, that's gone. What if there's like some states that have like 7 people in them, but like they're cool people?
That's probably how Wyoming is, for being honest. Mississippi, that's at the top of trash. Illinois, gone.
No.
Iowa,
No.
gone.
Keep Iowa.
Really?
This is one of those states.
There's better versions of Iowa. You could pick Kansas. That's a better
This is
version
one of
of
those
Iowa.
states that have 7 people, but I like those 7 people.
Go ahead, put that at your number 5.
I'm thinking about it. I'm keeping it down.
Louisiana. I'm sorry, Louisiana. I love you, but it's.
I wouldn't put Louisiana in trash either.
I would. It's too poor. Okay, I didn't mean it like that. You know what I mean. You know what I meant by that. Not.
It's too flooded.
Okay, look, I don't mean actually. Like, it's statistically one of the poorest states. I'm not. It's nothing against the people. New Orleans has some of the weirdest people.
But it's so cool.
Then pick it. You want me to keep it?
No.
I'll keep it. I'll keep it on the list.
I'm not gonna pick it, but I wouldn't put them in.
All right. Kentucky gone. Maine gone. Minnesota.
No.
Gone.
Even though I love the Vikings.
Nebraska. Yeah, I can't believe we're actually saying that with a bunch of Vikings.
Yeah, I love the Vikings.
South Dakota.
Gone.
I mean, it has Mount Rushmore, but that's about it. Okay. How about we leave these left?
All right.
At my number 4, Arizona.
Home of the Cardinals. Home of the Phoenix Suns.
Home of the Diamondbacks. And
Yeah.
home of the Coyotes.
I want to hear it. Though.
Probably the most random group of sports teams.
Arizona
out there.
is beautiful, though.
That's pretty much what I'm basing it off of. Couple things. Has the Grand Canyon. It has beautiful deserts. People retire there for a reason. It's kind of like the Florida of the West Coast. I don't know what else to say. I just think it'd be nice to live there. Look, I'm not going to come out with you with 10 million facts at this point. I would just like to live there.
A lot of people I've met who talk about retiring in Arizona.
Yes. I mean, the big negative about Arizona is that it can get to literally like 120 degrees and melt your steering wheel off when you leave your car in the parking lot. But if you can deal with that, you can deal with anything. All right, number 5. There's a lot of options. By the way, disclaimer: Al is just destroying me on this list. I understand. You can come at me with the hate. Maybe some of you like my list better.
It's debatable.
I don't think it's debatable.
Comments will let us know.
But it's my fault. I picked these states, so I don't know.
It's debatable.
All right, last one.
Number 5 for me.
I want to eliminate any more states. Do you want to eliminate Iowa?
No, I don't want to eliminate Iowa.
You might pick Iowa number 5. Really?
I love Iowans, so I'm not sure.
Virginia?
No, number 5.
Pennsylvania?
I'm going with a state unlike any other state.
Alaska.
One of its own. Yeah, Alaska. It's got the Aurora Borealis. It's beautiful.
I was between Alaska and Arizona.
Do a lot there. I mean, the last 2 picks for me come down to beauty and nature, and that's big for me. And I think if you go to Alaska or Montana, you can get anything you ever wanted out of a nature experience. Just those places.
Would you rather be isolated in a tropical paradise where everyone's on vacation, or would you rather be isolated in a place that's dark 22 hours a day for 6 months of the year?
Oh, if you're asking me, I'd rather be in Hawaii than Alaska.
So
but I don't have that as an option.
That's my big gripe on Alaska. Like, it's cool to visit, but like if you're there and you're like a month in, are you really thinking like, ooh, I'm in Alaska? Like for the whole day. Like, no.
It just seems
it
cool.
has one of the most highest depression and suicide rates. Like,
yeah.
It doesn't. At the end of the day, it doesn't seem like that fun of a place to live at all.
I just don't know.
So I actually don't really like the pick. It's a cool state, just because it's away from everything else. It's got the freaking northern lights. It looks like an Arctic zone for most of it.
I like how different it is. It's just one of a kind in itself.
But
there's no
know.
place on Earth like it. However,
It's hard to get
I
there.
was debating Nevada, just because I love Las Vegas.
As
I've never
someone
been
who was
there.
born in Nevada has been there a bunch of times. I like Nevada. The schooling there is not great. It's getting a lot more expensive. Vegas.
Would you
is
pick Nevada
fun.
over Alaska?
Yes. I would pick Nevada over Alaska. Alaska.
I think most people would.
I would have eliminated. I would actually put. I know this sounds crazy. I would have put Alaska in my bottom 10 states.
Really?
Well, here's the number one thing I'm thinking when I'm making this tier list. Like, would I be happy living there? And I'm a guy who likes being around people, likes being close to stuff. Like, I don't want to be isolated. I don't want it.
I want to change my pick.
And even in the summer when it's light for 20 hours in the day, that would make me anxious. Like, I'd be like, shit, am I supposed to go to bed right now? I can't go to bed. I know they have blackout curtains and shit, but like, I don't know. It would fuck with my brain if it was like how it is outside right now, bright and sunny at like 2 a.m. That's your 5. There you go.
I'll take my 5. I'll take my
New
5.
York, California, Texas. That's
I just
big.
kind of regret Alaska because if you think about like best states, it's crazy to
Look,
think I pick Alaska.
you think
over,
of
like,
Alaska.
South Carolina, or like Tennessee,
Yeah.
or like Georgia, or like even Iowa. Like it's crazy.
You think of Alaska, and the first thing you think is like, "Whoa, that's cool."
Yeah.
But like when you actually take more than like 30 seconds
But
to
then-
think about Alaska,
Yeah, exactly.
you're like, "Actually, fuck that. I don't want to live there."
You start thinking realistically, like man,
Like that's a bucket list. Everyone wants to go there
Yeah, I
because
wanna
it's like
see
it's
it.
Alaska, but like
I don't know if it makes. I don't know if it's the best.
like the closest it's to, other than Canada, obviously, is Russia. Like you want to be tip to tip with Russia.
Tip to tip.
Well, yeah, it looks like they're touching noses on the map. I am going to eliminate some states. I'm going to bring it down to a final 3. I'm going to make it like when people are choosing their college and they put on a hat at the end. Okay, I am going to get rid of Kansas. I'm going to get rid of... Which Carolina do I like better? I'm going to get rid of South Carolina.
I knew it.
I'm going to get rid of Pennsylvania. I'm going to get rid of Nevada. Unfortunately, that's literally where I was born.
You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the help of the medical care in Nevada, and you eliminate them. You eliminate them.
If we had a top 10 each, it would be in my top 10, but not my top 5.
You might not even
Sorry.
be here if it wasn't for Nevada.
The state? Them becoming a state?
For the people in Nevada.
I mean, I'd still be born in the land. Here's the thing with Massachusetts. I've done these trips. I went to Providence in December. I'm sick of that stuff. The aesthetic's cool for a week.
That's right.
But you know what? I don't really like the vibe there, to be honest. I don't like when there's a coffee shop every other store on the street, you know?
You don't like that?
No, I actually don't really like that vibe.
That's an awesome vibe.
I don't like it that much. There's something about the
Depends
north.
who's running the coffee shop.
There's something about the Northeast where I don't know. I don't look like I would live in like Boston, you know what I mean? Actually, I kind of do. Boston maybe, not Providence though. I don't look like
You
I
could
live
pass
in
for Boston.
I would pass for Boston because Boston's a little more blue collar, and I look like some fat white guy. You can pick me out of any state.
Not what I was thinking.
Okay. Anyways,
I just think when you think of a Boston Celtic, you look like the Boston Celtic.
I'm not even Irish.
No, you look like the logo.
No, that guy's Irish. Doesn't he have red hair?
You got it. You can pull it off.
I look like a mixture of Shane Gillis and Charlie Kirk had a baby.
That'll be a fun graphic to put on the screen.
Yeah, try that one. I'm like a short, fat Charlie Kirk. I'll keep Colorado for now. All right, Massachusetts, you're gone. I'm sorry. Massachusetts is a big one, but I'm going to get rid of it. Tennessee, goodbye. Although I do want to visit Nashville one day. Virginia, goodbye. And let's go Georgia, goodbye. Okay, so I've narrowed it down to 3 more states. Colorado, North Carolina, Washington. Do you want to guess what I'm going to pick here before I pick it?
Yeah, I'm thinking you're probably gonna go with. What's the middle one?
North Carolina.
What's the other one?
Colorado.
Other one?
Washington.
It's definitely not Washington.
Okay.
If it's Washington, I'd be pretty surprised. I
Home of the Seattle Seahawks and the Kraken.
think you're gonna pick North Carolina first. I think that would be your first, then Colorado, then Washington.
You would be right.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick North Carolina.
Why?
I would say because of the beaches, because of the price to live there, I would say I'm just more of an East Coast guy in general. You're near a lot more cities that I would want to visit. Washington's tough too because it has fun sports. I really want to go to a Seahawks game. It's right by Vancouver. It's got really cool forests there. I don't know. Washington's a solid state. It's also very expensive though. So I'm gonna pick North Carolina. It's not my 5th favorite state at all. I would have gone New York, California, Texas over North Carolina. So it's probably about my 7th or 8th favorite state.
I'm happy with my picks, but depending on what the comments say, I think we're gonna have a lot of people in the comments say both of us are assholes.
Oh, and both of us don't know anything.
Yeah, I know that.
Oh, the generalizations that I've made in this video. Like if we clip parts of this, put it on social media.
And just that one part.
I'm gonna have to explain to people, like, please go watch the full video. I promise I'm not an asshole.
Get canceled.
I can't promise that I know everything because I don't, and this has clearly showed it. I don't have great knowledge of a lot of things. Maybe New Jersey. I rep New Jersey pretty well, but yeah, I mean, I literally put a state that I won't be going to anytime soon as my number 1 in Hawaii. So
that's beautiful. Who wouldn't want to go to Hawaii?
I know.
That's the thing.
So I have a mixture of like very subjective ones and then kind of objective, like who doesn't like Hawaii other than maybe like the prices. All right, if you're 20 years old and you're guaranteed to live until you're 80,
okay,
and someone's like for the next 60 years, you're only allowed to move to one of these 5 states or one of those 5 states. Who's having the more happy reaction?
I think I would.
Okay.
I think honestly I would. I would not want to live in Hawaii. I want to visit Hawaii. I wouldn't want to live there. I wouldn't want to live in Florida. I wouldn't want to live in Arizona or North Carolina.
I'm kind of realizing
actually
now,
I don't.
You could just live in New York City for your youth, and then like go to like Texas, maybe middle age, have a family there. It's nice. It's a nice place to raise a family.
You can have a fun time any of those places.
But you could retire on the beaches of California, and then when you're really sick of people and you're older, you move to the mountains of Montana and like. Did I just say Montana? I meant California. Beaches of California. Then you can move to a farm in Montana and really not give a shit.
And if I really want nobody, I can go to Alaska.
Although, look, you could live in Miami for your youth, for me. And then you want to raise a family, you go to some of the greatest schools in the world, New Jersey.
We were raised here. Go to Hawaii.
And then when you retire, you go to Hawaii. And then when you really retire, you go back to, and you want to be near people, you go to Arizona.
And if you ever want to learn about Michael Jordan's history, coming up, you go to North Carolina.
You got so many beaches. Think about the beaches I have. I mean, you have California. That's a huge. But I got the Hawaii beaches, the Jersey Shore, North Carolina beaches, and Florida.
You have nice beaches. Don't get me wrong.
Look, this video is saying I like beaches.
But I have nice bodies of water.
I like relaxation, other than New Jersey.
Listen, Sam, it was a pleasure competing with you. And I want to do it again. So
please come. Of course, I'm so happy you're on this. I want to do this again. We'll definitely do a bunch of these types of drafts.
This is definitely This is the longest video we've ever filmed, which is crazy compared to like the things we've done in the past.
Cut some stuff down.
Yeah, we had a long conversation about this stuff, like off camera.
Yeah, we do these all the time. But yeah, I mean, this is gonna be a lot of fun to see what you guys think. Please comment down below who you think won the draft. I already know it's gonna be probably more hate on me, which is fine. I think Al had the better list.
And we don't hate any state. No state is actually trash.
No,
we don't actually mean that.
Well, that's our video. Al, thank you for coming on.
Thank you guys.
Stay tuned. We're going to have a new video at least every week, including this one. So look out for this. And thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. This is In the Huddle. Goodbye.